just because people say it's impossible doesn't mean you can't do it. And it's good because other people who try to do it, clear the nose, they're gonna stop. We're not gonna do that.
I get the money and it's right on cue. Keep the duffel bag up inside my coupe. Hold a couple racks, tell 'em I love you. You wanna be a boss, do it like I do.
So the reason we're in Vancouver is because we're trying to explore a new business idea, and it has everything to do with Padel. And in order to do that, we need to meet investors, court suppliers, and most importantly, find a location. To find a location, we need to go around Vancouver, but we don't have a Canadian driving license. So we need to sit down for the test and pass it. Wish us luck. Breaking news. With a heavy heart, we have to announce that both of us have failed our test.
How's that even possible?
But if we combine both of us, I think we could make a good driver, because you failed because of skills and violation. I failed because dangerous action. I'm a risk taker.
We're working on the thumbnails for the YouTube videos.
We used to just use old photos from the video, but at this moment we're working with a professional thumbnail designer and he's requested for raw photos. So let's go and check out the Trello. We made a Trello account which helps us organize the thumbnails we have as ideas, ones that need photos taken, which is exactly what we were working on right now, going from Dubai to Vancouver. That's a vlog.
So we're gonna upload the photos here now.
That's right. And then these are the ones that he's already created for us. So we did the reviews this morning. This is for the podcast clips, and this one is for the podcast itself.
We are at English Bay.
The weather's amazing, isn't it?
Amazing. Everybody is out. Everybody is having Sunday vibes, and we are working.
And me and Farah are the only ones having coffee.
Everybody having beer.
Yeah.
We're having coffee because we have to work.
That's right.
It's our choice.
If tomorrow you'll see me and Farah on our own yacht, named Bad Decisions,
We should call the yacht Bad
which is
Decisions.
matte black. I said match black, which is matte black. Don't judge us. We were working while everybody was chilling. Before me is Inukshuk. Farah, set up the camera right here. 3, 2, 1. This is Inukshuk, and today we're turning it into ice. As part of our daily vlogs, we decided to take some.
We created an augmented reality experience as part of one of our YouTube videos. Now, do you remember this?
Together, so
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. We were sitting out right here in front of this.
One of the main reasons Padel grew was because of COVID, because people were finding it as a means of socially interacting with other people, and having that distance was great for COVID because you get to still play a part. Yeah, whoever we talk to is location. Where are we going to, build our paddle court? So I think the most important part is to know about the zoning. Do we need to apply for any permits? Do they take a lot of time? Because me and Faraz love to do things very fast, and we want to start yesterday. Just finished the meeting. What an amazing meeting! I was caffeinated. Yes. Meeting. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it. Welcome to the panel. Welcome to the panel. Farad and Farad's panel. That's panel. Now, real estate. Let's change gears to real estate. So we're gonna be meeting with beautiful destinations for a real estate project we've been working on the past few weeks, and we prepared a prototype and we're gonna show it to them. We're gonna show it to them and see what they think. So let's go for that. We started transferring all the data from what we've been given from the architects, and then we took that into Unreal. We set up all the materials, the lights that were missing, and we tried to get it as close as possible to the website. So we sent you some website photo references, and a lot of the things were missing, so we started scrambling and started asking ChatGPT. We gave the photo to ChatGPT, said what is that specific wood material, try to get it as close as possible, and then we got it to a point where it looked pretty damn good. We just received an email this morning from Alban, who is the founder of Sketchfab. Now, if you guys don't know what Sketchfab is, it is the most premium library of 3D assets online. We use it all the time. We even showed it in our Unreal Engine course. Now, we've been meaning to have this podcast episode with Alban for the longest time, and he finally said yes. And it's really funny because he sent us the email this morning, and he chose the spot for tomorrow morning, which means we have one day to finish setting up everything. This is going to be our first podcast episode back in Canada. So we're just making sure all the setup's right. We bought a new light. If you guys are not pro when it comes to recording, lighting is everything. It's more important than your lens, more important than your camera. We haven't upgraded on any of those.
we have upgraded our lighting
So there are
setup.
4 lights now in the scene.
Yeah, so if you want to see, the camera's tracking me now. So we got this big light, the umbrella light, which just diffuses light everywhere. We've got 2 smaller lights. I'm gonna come down here so you can see it. One over here and one to the right side. These are RGB lights, but we set them to the same Kelvin of these, 47,000, to light up the background, to give some depth, even though we have nothing in the back. It'll just brighten up the background so you can see the difference between us and the background. So this is what we're looking at right now. Farhad, put on the headphones.
We didn't know we were recording.
Yeah, are we recording now?
This is being tested and recorded. If you see,
Yeah.
it's big.
Hardest day of my life.
It's 5:30 a.m. Today is a big day. We have a podcast, we have a meeting with an investor for our paddle court, and you have a driving test.
I do have a driving test. Today is going to be huge because we have so many things happening at the same time, and we wanted to take you guys through what that process looks like, starting with the podcast prep.
Let's go start.
And for all of you guys who are listening, we'll see you guys on the next episode. Until then, ciao.
We just finished the podcast episode with Alban. We have 20 minutes to our next meeting.
What? So you can see that there's this craving for social interactions, and paddle is perhaps one of the best ways you can have social interaction. I mean, we played different sports when we were younger, but nothing comes close to paddle. When we were in Dubai and seeing all these social games, the meeting went extremely well. So Farhad, maybe give us a little bit of a summary.
So we talked to them about their experience, about the services that they provide. They provide consulting, investing, even architecture design for the paddle court. They have experience in South America and in America and in Europe.
And the most beautiful part is we shared our goal and our mission with
Our vision.
with how we want to build a brand here in Canada and even go out to different states in Canada and perhaps to the world. Me and Farah have this saying that we want to get things done
Yesterday.
yesterday.
What's next now? That's my breakfast.
Where's mine? Look at what he's eating.
Bro, the waffle is really famous.
This is not even his breakfast, this is the pre-breakfast.
Okay, Paras, what are we eating?
Steak and eggs. Second and final driving test, and I'm here with Cooper. Cooper, how are we doing?
Great.
We feeling confident?
I am.
I am too. All right, let's go do this test. With pleasure, I'd like to announce that I am now currently a Class 5 holder, and I've passed thanks to Cooper right here. Cooper, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You did it.
I did it. But now we all have to wait. The clock is ticking for Farhad. It's 11:53, almost midnight. I cannot go to sleep right now, even though it's been a super long day. Because in about an hour at 1 a.m. I have a communications class, because we understand that the sharpest weapon any human being has is their tongue. I'm not talking sexually, it's a different story. I'm talking about in business, in relationships, in partners, families, anything, right? You want to be able to persuade people. I'm going to get on to a quick practice for about 45 minutes before the class, and once the class starts, I'll show you guys a little bit of it, and that should end by 2 a.m. and then I'll go to bed. Hopefully the day will be done after that. See you guys in the class. With these exercises, the paper exercises, I hate this at first.
So Paras has done everything. He passed his test, he has done his class, now it's my turn. Let's go. I just finished my training with Cooper and my test is in 10 minutes. I'm gonna go and sign up, come here, do the test, and pass it. Let's go.
You're a failure for this family!
Too fast! Now it's too slow!
What, you brought shame to the Shababi family, man!
Next time. I still can drive the
Listen.
car if you sit beside me.
I have a surprise for you. Farah, do you know what this is? Come here.
What? I'll send the passenger seat, right?
Farah, do you want to drive? What up?
What's the
We
plan?
are on the way to West Vancouver. Gonna go for some coffee. We got one meeting with the Paddle Federation. Paddle Federation? No. Paddle Court Creators.
Paddle court
Makers,
supplier, yeah.
Right?
and then after that we're gonna go to another coffee shop.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but I like it's new what you're telling me.
We were on our way to a coffee shop and we found the perfect spot for the paddle court. But the problem is, this is a government land.
It's a government building, so
yeah,
we need
cannot
to ask
it,
the
but
government.
Just look at the view. Imagine you have the paddle courts right here.
If there's anything about Vancouver that is good, it has to be the nature. I mean, look around.
crazy.
Okay, let me just explain to you what you're looking at right now. You're looking at the other side, the downtown Vancouver that we just came from over there.
Ocean.
Through the bridge, and we came all the way to West Vancouver. And what you're looking at right now, the trees and the mountains at the top, this looks exactly like the Twilight movie.
We're now going to go for our meeting with the paddle court suppliers.
We are doing
Fantastic. Thank you so much. We just finished our meeting with the paddle tennis suppliers and it went incredibly well. And right now, where we at?
We wanted to find a coffee shop with a good view. Here at Cypress, which is a ski resort, there was a coffee shop with a lookout to the mountain and the sea.
Yep.
Let's go.
And wait, before you go, I actually want to describe to everybody why we're here and what we're doing.
We are
So,
researching
as you
every day.
guys already know, when we moved to Dubai, right, and then moved back here, we don't have a car. And so the deal was we're going to rent a car and go around Vancouver to look at the different places that we didn't have the chance to do the previous time we were here.
People, you put a little bit on top of each oyster.
Okay.
That's like
This
the most.
one, this one.
This one over
This
here.
one, yeah.
And if you like a spicy, horseradish.
I want to talk to you guys about a lesson that me and Farhad have learned today. Something that we have in our mind, something that we live by. And I think when we read people like Elon Musk and Steve Jobs, the book that is written by Walter Isaacson, you see the same personality trait in them as you read through their life, which is never taking no for an answer. And I know that sounds cliche and everyone talks about that, but you really have to practice that in life. I'll give you one example. Me and Farhad right now are going around Vancouver looking for the different lands that we want to use for the paddle courts that we're trying to set up in Canada. Almost everybody we speak to tells us it's difficult to find lands here. They're going to be expensive. Are you sure you want to do it? And if you want to find a land, you probably have to go to an industrial area. Now the issue with that is me and Farhad don't want to go to a fucking industrial area. We know for the paddle we have in our mind, it needs to be in nature. And doing this kind of work in a place like this apparently is impossible. When we talk to different real estate agents, realtors, when we talk to our friends, everyone says, oof, West Vancouver, North Vancouver, it's very difficult to find lands. They're already fully built, or it's going to be so difficult trying to talk to the government. There's always no, impossible, can't do it. And the more they say that, the more it reminds me of what Arnold Schwarzenegger said in our earliest motivation videos that we used to watch. He always said, when people say you can't do it, I get more excited. So when me and Farah are talking today, all we're saying is just because people say it's impossible doesn't mean you can't do it. And it's good because other people who try to do it will fucking fail, because when they hear the no's, they're gonna stop. We're not gonna do that.
The best part about this is when people say no to other people, everybody will give up. But when we hear no, we decided to go on, knock on doors one by one to ask for whether we can lease this place, we can rent this place, who we should see if we want to get permission. Vancouver is full of parks, community areas that are perfect for paddle courts. And I'm sure this place is so huge, there should be one place with good views, with parking, with all the facilities that we need that we can rent. So we have already engaged 2 or 3 realtors, but we are gonna go and look for it ourselves as well. I'm gonna take Faraz and you guys to one of the most important locations in Vancouver, BC, one of the most sentimental places for me and Faraz. This was the first video we did, which was a sponsored or collaboration post on our YouTube channel, and this was technically the first money we got based on our YouTube channel and our creation.
In this video, we're gonna scan this totem pole and this house using our drone and bring it into Unreal Engine 5.
So that's why we're here, because these totem poles are absolutely magnificent. I mean, look at the detail. Look at the intricate detail. It is so beautiful. So this was also something we took photos of.
Trip back to the memory lane.
Here.
Now it's time for us to go back and look for our lands. We are looking at the Stanley Park location, but is there enough space for paddle courts? There are plenty. So we're gonna call them on Monday see if they are willing to rent out.
So this is the thing, right? Stanley Park, for anybody that doesn't know, is in the most central location of Vancouver because it's right beside downtown Vancouver, right to the corner of the bridge that goes to North and West Vancouver. Amazing location in terms of the view. If you look over there, you're looking at, I think that's North or West, man, and the very far end on top of the mountains, you'll see all the houses going all the way up there. On the left side, if you look in front of us, that's the ocean view, right? And then you got another side of Vancouver here. And this is the corner of Stanley Park. People come here and run. I used to run here. Farad's ran here before. Human runs here. Our friend runs here. A lot of people do activities here. The only challenge is when we tell anybody about opening up a paddle court here, they just tell us it's impossible because there's no space. The only thing I can see around me is fucking space.
So much
really,
space.
there's and this is the challenge. I understand why they say that, because they probably heard it from other people and they just naturally pass on the message. A paddle court is a place that promotes activity, sports, and health and social interaction.
Should I send this video as our pitch? I think you're doing a great job.
Fantastic job,
pitching the idea.
No, I want people to know how pumped we are, and even though people tell us it's impossible, I want us to figure out a way to do it here. Stanley Park, like imagine this, Farhad. You are now in Dubai and someone's asking you, oh, so where is your Bad Decisions Paddle Club?
Stanley Park.
Like, what's the address?
Stanley Park.
How do I find it?
Stanley Park.
Done! That's easy, see? I don't want to say go to this road or that or Stanley fucking Park.